I've been on a TV show where I'm sitting still like a freaking like a Barbie doll. Like there like nothing moves. My hair is in place, my makeup looking flawless for years. I'm on a show now, 40 pounds overweight, right after having a baby, being filmed as a new mom.
Hey Chanel, thank you so much for talking with me today ahead of the July 18th premiere of the West Coast Hustle, your new show on MTV. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Now, tell me a little bit about how this show came to be, because I know a lot has gone into it, a lot of hard work, a lot of hustle.
Yeah, so I have been I've been manifesting getting my own TV show since I was a little girl. This has been a dream of mine since I can remember. I have like childhood footage where I'm literally talking about having my own TV show. And I'm like, I have my own TV show. It's better than MTV and VH1. And I just really I've manifested this. I made a million trailers. I was working so hard on just getting my own show for so many years. And I believe that the universe has a plan for everyone. And once I had my baby Bowie, it was like all these blessings kind of started rolling in, and the network came to me and said, "We want to give you your own show." And now here I am.
Here you are. I am so excited to see your life in a different way than we've seen it before. Like you said, you're a mom now. We're going to get to see your life as an artist, your life as a girlfriend, your life as a mom. What are you most excited for people who know you to see in a different way?
I'm really most excited for people to just see me on a very relatable level. I've been on a show where I'm laughing and smiling consistently for years, and I think people don't know that there's so much more depth to me. I cry. I have bad days just like everyone, and I've struggled a lot with my career, and I'm very vulnerable about that on my show. I talk about my struggles with my music career, and now my struggle with trying to get my music career to the next level, all while trying to be a new mom for the first time and being a very hands-on mom, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you're juggling all at once. And we see in the trailer, but there's some breakdown moments there. Tell me a little bit about what you were experiencing at that time in your life, or if you found any ways to make it a little bit easier on yourself.
I definitely feel that I was also, first of all, I had just had a baby. I was filming the
Yeah.
show about 6 months after having a baby. My hormones were
Wow.
still all over the place. I mean, I was dropping tears at anything. It could be it could be literally like a McDonald's commercial, and I was like crying. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it was a very emotional time in my life. And so I feel like I was hypersensitive because of all those hormones as well. So it's been, almost 2 years since having my baby now, and my hormones are getting back into place. We're able to manage the emotions a little bit better now, but there still is all of those ups and downs. And every day I'm getting better at just dealing with, at dealing with the struggle of it all. Like I always say, I'm like, I just keep trucking forward no matter what.
Right. And it's a lot to get used to. I mean, filming postpartum is so hard.
Yeah.
Was there any part of you that was like struggling to be so vulnerable, or were you like, I'm here, like this is it, film me?
Definitely I think the biggest struggle was that, I knew I mean, I've been on a TV show where I'm sitting still like a freaking like a Barbie doll. Like there like nothing moves. My hair is in place, my makeup looking flawless for years. I'm on a show now, 40 pounds overweight, right after having a baby, being filmed as a new mom. Like I'm like having to lift my baby while being overweight, and like you're getting to see all these unflattering angles. And that for me was the scariest part going into this. I'm like, dude, I don't want to not look like myself. I want to be a presentable person. And obviously, we can all be a little hard on ourselves. And I learned that through this process. I was like, I'm being a little hard on myself. I need to just chill. Everybody gains weight after having a baby, and that's what I'm happy that people get to see. That I was like, you know what? Film me. It's fine. Go ahead.
That's like the realness. That's the part that people I think are really going to enjoy about this show. What do you feel like it is either going to be dispelled about you, or that people are going to be like, oh, you know what? I had no idea this about you after watching the show.
I think people are going to see that I'm a really I'm a pretty down to earth, humble person. I come from
Mhm.
humble beginnings. I was born and raised in LA. So I grew up going to school with famous people's kids and famous
Mhm.
people all around, you know what I mean? And so that has never really affected me or changed me. I've stayed friends with my friends since, elementary school. So like
Yeah.
I think that also has to do with being born and raised in LA. I'm still so close to where I was born and raised.
Mhm.
So that's kept me really grounded, being friends with my same friends since high school. And I think that that's something people are going to see. You get to see my relationships with my friends on the show and see that I am a really great friend to my friends. I'm kind of like the mama bear in my group, and that's something that I think people will really appreciate, that I'm not just like this like stuck up person who is all about the glam. Trust me, I love my glam life. I love the red carpets and all
Mhm.
of that. But at the end of the day, like I'm a pretty chill, humble, down to earth person. And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to like the person I am.
Yeah. Well, we're also going to get to see more of your relationship with Dom. Putting a relationship on TV is always, like a little stressful. Tell me a little
Yeah.
bit about what that was like for you two.
So we have a pretty good relationship. We actually get along great. We barely fight. The probably the most stress we had was filming this show. Like,
Yeah.
he's never filmed a TV show like this, and then I could get a little stressed sometimes. So he's, filming with me, who's a stress case. So like, so he was like, "Oh my God, babe!" Like he's like, "Why are you stressed out? Like I thought this was gonna be fun," and I'm like, like So it was a lot for us to get used to together, and a very new process for him that I had to kind of like guide him through. But it was a new process for me too. I've never been on a show where I'm exposing so much of my life. But we are a pretty happy couple, and you get to see us work together really well, and I think that that's something that's going to inspire people too, is we're showing that like couples can work together and get
Mhm.
along and be friends too. We don't have like a messy relationship, and I think it's kind of refreshing. I think that people out there actually are going to be happy to see that and see that it's not another show where it's just all drama and fighting.
Right. They've had enough of the mess. They want some wholesomeness.
Exactly. I think that we have enough chaos going on in the world right now. Like, let's be honest. Let's not even get into any of that. People need something that is just more happy and positive, and I think that that's something that our show is going to offer.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also excited to see just kind of like your career and how it's pushed forward to this day. Tell me a bit about how, the decision to leave Ridiculousness after 12 years and move forward in this new way. Tell me a little bit about that journey, how that's been and the decision making.
So yeah, I think I've been doing a million of these interviews, so I can't remember if I
Yeah.
just said this to you or somebody else. But I have wanted to show more of my life for
Yeah.
quite some time. I've been doing a ton of things in my career outside of ridiculousness that I feel haven't gotten as much recognition as ridiculousness and deserve a little bit more shine. And
Mhm.
so naturally, I always wanted to show that to my fans. I have a YouTube channel. You can see on my YouTube channel, there's behind the scenes videos and vlogs of almost everything I've been doing over the past like 15 years. And
Mhm.
I wanted to take it from that YouTube level to a mainstream level and really just expose all the stuff I got going on and all the craziness and funniness that goes on in my life. I really just wanted to expose that on a bigger level. And so I made a million trailers. I was working on trailers for my own show for
Yeah.
like the past 8 years. And it was when I had my baby Bowie that the blessing of the network coming to me saying, "We want
Yeah.
to film your life" came. And
Mhm.
now here I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Having to cut ties with the old to make room for more of the new.
Yeah.
What is next for you? Do you have anything that you're like is also on the manifestation list or anything that you want to dive more into? I mean, I know you're just about to premiere a show, so your hands are probably full anyways.
Yeah, so well, I did sign a first look deal with Paramount MTV. And so this
Mhm.
is my first project with them where I'm also an executive producer. And I'm really just hoping for the success of this first show, The West Coast Hustle, so that I can really kind of prove myself to the network and show them like I'm capable of creating a really great show aside from being just talent. And I
Mhm.
have some really great show ideas I'm working on and trying to pitch to the network. So you might be seeing some more projects from me where I'm producing the TV show. And so that's really something I'm really focused on and looking forward to. But first is this TV show and my
Mhm.
music. I'm launching a new album with this TV show also. And so we're just waiting to see what happens next with my music career. I think this new album I'm about to drop
Mhm.
is gonna wake up a lot of people who have been kind of sleeping on my music. And so I'm
Nice.
just gonna see where it goes after that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. Can you tease just a little bit of the vision of the album to get people hyped?
Yeah, so I'll let you know this much. I wrote a ton of these songs on the album. I actually wrote them a long time ago. I've been sitting on this album for a while, had a lot of things that held it up from pregnancy to then waiting on the release of this show because I wanted to release the album with the show. And so some of the songs on this album I wrote before I was in a relationship, before I
Mhm.
had Bowie. And some of the songs you'll be able to hear, it's very like I was in a very like lonely, kind of depressed vibe. It was very like broken heart, broken
Mhm.
dreams, living in Hollywood. Like it's rough out here to find love. It's rough
Yeah.
out here to make it big and reach your goals. And so you hear a lot of that kind of pain in the music. And I want the fans to hear that, but see my life now and see
Mhm.
like you can go from being sad and lonely and writing songs about kind of being depressed to 2 years later being in love with a baby, happy, and like making all your dreams come true, you know? And so that's what I really hope people take from this album. I hope they hear that pain and see where I've went since then to now, you know?
Yeah, we're getting the whole fairy tale with the album
Yeah.
and the show together. I love that. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. I'm so excited for everyone to get to see the show and for everyone to get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for opening up to me today.
No problem. Thank you for having me and talking with me.